Question, taking the defoliation leaves and mixing them in with your soil that's cooking. I do. Your thoughts? I do too. I've done it before and had some good results. Now, you're going to get people who are going to be against it. Hot composting, right? You're adding organic matter into the soil that could heat up, hurt roots potentially. I still do it, and I haven't had any visible issues that I can see. So I definitely do it. It'll break down and become usable nutrients for the plant. I'm a proponent of that. Also a proponent of doing the chop and drop as defoliation, just dropping it right down on the medium, having that as your mulch layer, help retain moisture in the medium. So yeah, I'm a proponent of that, although there are some people who are oppose it. Any good Black Friday deals on grow lights? Yes, there's definitely a lot of good deals out there, but one that comes to mind right away is from today's sponsor, Mars Hydro. If you're a beginner, they recommend their TS series LED grow lights. For intermediate or advanced growers, check out their FCE series. And they say for the masters out there, take a look at their FC or FC Evo series. They have budget-friendly lights, dimmable, uniform PPFD. Some have smart functions, and some auto include their high-efficient Samsung LM301H Evo diodes. Their Black Friday sale runs from November 9th to November 26th, and they told me different products will appear on sale at different times during that time frame. So keep an eye out. Their website is mars-hydro.com. I'll put a link in the description section below. Have you been continuously using the same soil? Have you run into excess, had to test the soil? I've been running the same batch of soil now for 5 grows, if I remember correctly. I have not actually gone and done a soil test. It's generally recommended to do a soil test between grow cycles. Some people do a soil test when we're going from veg to flower as well, but getting a soil test can be costly. It adds up, especially if you are getting consulting to have somebody interpret the results for you and give you advice on what you need to amend in. So I've just been taking the gamble and just doing just amending on top of it. And so I have not actually run into any excess issues due to over fertilization. I've just kind of stuck with the 30-day rule where, you're basically amending every 30 days. And I use the fertilizer blends. This round and last round, I used Kiss Organics nutrient pack, 1 cup per plant, 10-gallon container. For this, I was using Craft Blend, same deal, 1 cup per plant, and every 30 days. And of course, that initial amending that comes in there too. So, but no, long story short, I have not run into any excess issues. Probably should send it out for a soil test just to see what it looks like, just for out of curiosity purposes. But I've just been taking the gamble and hoping for the best, which I think a lot of people is what they do. Do you have any favorites when it comes to synthetic nutrients? Yeah, Blue Planet Nutrients, Blue Max, 2-part CalMag. I love running just that. I'm running that right now. That plus the Stash Blend. So this is just the only additive I'm really running now when I'm using synthetics. Yeah, that's pretty much my favorite really is Blue Planet Nutrients. I actually used a 3-part in all our additives too with good success. So is scrogging outdoor a crazy idea? And would you recommend Blue Mat or something else for watering indoor? Scrogging outdoor is not a crazy idea. I've seen so many pictures of amazing scrog results outdoors. So no, it's not a crazy idea. I think a common thing that people do instead of scrog is they will just utilize the trellis net for support, keeping things up, not so much trying to create an even canopy like you do indoors with scrogging. And also, I think a lot of people, they'll use the net, but they also do I think it's a 45-degree angle bend on that initial stem, and that's it as far as training. Now, of course, lollipop and stuff like that, but so those are a couple of different approaches there. Blue mats I recommend for indoors. That's what I run. I love the blue mats. They're so hands-off. I mean, I do grows where I come back a week later and plants are fine, just water only, the organic amendments in there, already amended in there, and go on vacation, come home, everything's great. Some people have had blue mats fail on them. I did have a fail on it. I'm trying to remember exactly what the heck happened. One plant failed. It didn't flood my house like some people have reported it happened to them, just because, and it could be user error, right? If you're not adjusting the dial on there, it could certainly fail, right? If you're not doing it, if you're not setting it up properly. But if you follow instructions, set it up properly, 2 notches back, just like they say in the instructions, you should be good. I had one, what the heck happened? One dried out of nowhere. I don't know if there was maybe a kink in the line or something, not the main line, but the carrot line that branches off. Maybe there was a kink in there or something, but one plant kind of dried out. So I had to reset that whole carrot. So I have had them fail before, but as long as you're monitoring things and checking on it daily, every couple days. You can correct issues like that. Since you had the Evo 3, what's your opinion now? So AC Infinity Evo 3 LED grow light. I love it. Bar style light is for a 2 foot by 4 foot grow space. I'm still running it to this day. I've been running it ever since it came out earlier this year. And I love the fact that you can connect it to the app. So I have control over it on the AC Infinity app. So I can, control the light schedule, control the dimming amount that it's set at, so on and so forth. And seeing some good results, great growth. I have a par meter, so I'm able to kind of dial in the light distance. I'm able to, again, adjust the dimmer down if needed and bring it closer, or increase the light distance and ramp it up, whatever power I want to get. So there's some flexibility there with the dimmer and such, but I love it. No complaints. Have you ever had to recalibrate one of your Blue Mat carrots mid-cycle? And if so, mind sharing how you went about getting it going correctly? Yeah, so this is pretty much just what I answered. I check on them almost every day just for that ease of mind. I'm going in there and just looking to make sure that things still functioning correctly. Certainly there's times where the initial install, the next day I'll go in there and I'll see like it's dripping pretty fast. And I'm just like, might need to be adjusted, right? It doesn't seem like it should be dripping down that fast. While some of the other plants seems to be dripping at a normal rate. So then I'll go in there and make the adjustments, right? And once you use the Blue Mats long enough, you can kind of feel exactly where you need to stop. It's around that 2-notch back, as they say on the instruction. Some people do a 1.5 back. But absolutely. I think pretty frequently I go in there and kind of tinkering around with it. Specifically the day after install, I'm going in there and checking, and some of them I might have to recalibrate slightly. How do you reset the Blue Mat carrot after it went dry? Pinch the tubes, take it out and completely refill and reset. Yeah, so you can pinch it, and then that way you can take it out, refill and reset. What I did actually is I had another carrot that I already had soaking, so I was able to do the swap pretty quickly there. So yes, pinch it, swap, take the old one out, put the new one in, and then connect. So I don't know if you have an extra carrot or not. I got the 12 pack, so I do have some extras kind of lying around most of the time at least, unless I have 12 plants growing. My stash plan came in today. Any suggestions on how to use it? I'm growing in soil. Soil drench. I personally recommend a 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon per gallon of water. Basically mix it into water and then water your plants with it. It's that easy. That's the most efficient way to use it. I know some people are sprinkling on their roots during transplant. That's not really recommended by the scientist who helped develop it. Some people are using it in DWC at I believe it's a 4th dosage, and they're seeing some good results there. But yeah, just plain and simple. Mix it up in water, make sure it's mixed in real well, and then water your plants with it. I have 2 electric skies. They're out of business now. What do you think about them? I have to keep them turned down or my plants don't like them. I always had really good success running the electric skies. I had the V1s, the V2s, and the V3s. I thought it was a great company, excellent customer service, quality product. Many people are still running the electric skies right now with great results. I think the original V1 was released in 2017, if I remember correctly. And here we are, 6 years later, and they're still working great. Yeah, you got yourself a good light there. How does someone start a living soil bed without going to Build a Soil? Kiss Organics. Go there instead. No, there are more companies, of course, than Build a Soil. Direct competitor is Kiss Organics, KIS Organics. Shout out Tad Hussey. You can also go to search Clackamas Coot Soil Mix. Now, it might be on the Build a Soil website as the recipe, but you can buy the individual ingredients elsewhere. Some people could start on Amazon. They could buy the 3 parts, whether it be like a cocoa, a form of aeration, and some compost or worm castings to start, plus a fertilizer blend. People definitely start a living soil bed without going to Build a Soil. There are other options out there for sure, but I personally do love Build a Soil. They are not only have great products, but Jeremy over there doing his thing on Instagram, YouTube is mostly what I tune into. A lot of great information there. Have you started teaching a little one about organics yet? Maybe some light reading of your new book before bedtime? Yeah, so for those that don't know, I have a daughter now. So newborn. She was actually born over a month ago now. October 5th is when her birthday is. And so I'm still in the barely getting any sleep stage. Apparently that lasts for the first year or something like that, where you don't get much sleep because you got a little one there. But no, I haven't started teaching her about organics yet. She can barely hold up her head. So, but I should start to read her some information about that on a nightly basis, right? And maybe by 2, 3, 4 years old, she'll start gardening with me. Who knows?